last episode, I didn't let the entire intro play because it was copyrighted, and I instead chose to play Cypher by Kevin MacLeod, or I think it was Hairfree actually. So this time I don't care if it's gonna get like copyright claimed. I'm not gonna make a dime off of this anyways. So roll the intro actually. It is officially episode 4 of reading copyright law, and for this curious night, we're bringing one of these candy pipes. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. Note, I have been trying solidly to be eating healthier, but yeah. Let's begin.
Methinks you should pound that like button.
You know, he ain't wrong. mm. Let's just pick up where we left off.
That's so Michael Scott coded. Would not. Do you get it?
Maybe, little bro. None. Public libraries and other libraries find us in whole or in part by the public authorities may, upon request, in digital form reproduce articles from newspapers, magazines, and composite works, brief excerpts of books, and other published literary works, as well as illustrations and music reproduced in connection with the text, provided the requirements regarding the extended elective license according to Section 50 have been met. The provision of the first sentence shall not compromise broadcast by audio or television, or the making available to the public of works in such a way that members of the public may access them from a place and at a time individually chosen by them. CF, where the fuck that means, the second division of Section 2 for I. 2 for okay, there's like a rummaging around. Yeah, we're gonna read more later A little break.
Excuse me, sauce? Praying for their downfall.
So I reckon that choosing Reactbot that would make things a little bit too distracting. So I've actually removed him. God rest his soul. Let's keep reading. Here? Oh yeah? I think we cooking. Okay, 16B1. Public libraries and other libraries financed in whole or in part by the public authorities may, upon request, in digital form reproduce articles from newspapers, magazines, and unpleasant work. I'm pretty sure we have read this part. So, let's read in a second. If disputes arise on whether an organization approved according to section 50, parentheses 4, to make license agreements according to subsection 1, purposes reasonable terms to such a licensed agreement, each party of the license agreement is entitled to bring the dispute before the Copyright License Tribunal CF. And again, that weird law symbol. Looks like we're gonna have to close the window. Yo, that noise was, it's just permanent. For some reason, it's really annoying. I don't like it. It's just some car or something like that. Law symbol 47. The tribunal may lay down all the terms of the said license agreement, including terms relating to remuneration. (17)(1) is permitted to use on your visually and hearing handicapped person. Let's go. Also, pretty sure that's an M dash. That's an M dash, y'all. This entire thing is probably made by ChatGPT. That's not very nice. That was a weird ass laugh. What the hell? Ah! Persons is permitted to use and distribute copies of published works if the use and the distributed copies are specifically intended for the blind, visually impaired, the deaf, and sufferers from speech impediments. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I was just kind of like trying to pronounce sufferers, and I was having a little bit difficulty. And right after that, speech impediments. It's kind of funny. So there's speech impediments as well as persons who on account of handicap are unable to read printed text. The provisions of the first sentence does not apply to the use or distribution of copies for commercial purposes. To the provisions of subsection 1 does not apply to sound recordings, or literary works or use that consist solely of sound recordings of musical works. Sound recordings of published literary works may be used and distributed for use by visually impaired persons and backward readers. If this is not done for commercial purposes, the author is entitled for remuneration. If agreement cannot be made on the size of remuneration, each party is entitled to bring the dispute before the Copyright License Tribunal, CF. Whatever the hell that means, that sign is, and then 47. This 47 is, constantly being, talked about. 6, 7, no, shut the hell up, man. 6, 7? Help me. My family. No. My family. Oh no. Not my family. Government or municipal institutions and other social or non-profit institutions may, for the use of visually handicapped and hearing-impaired persons by means of sound or visual recordings, produce copies of works broadcast on the radio or television, provided the requirements regarding the extended collective license according to Section 50 have been met. Such recording may only be used for the purpose of activities covering the agreements assumed in Section 50. Production of anthologies for educational use, etc. Let's mark this fully. Let's see, how many of these sections are there? Y'all. Wait. Later down the line? Okay, sorry for the spoiler, but later down the line, we get some cool formatting. Loki, let's go! Okay, when you have so many sections, okay, so this is section 3, and it's all the way at the end. till now, the laws have been very general, so I can't wait to find out that they actually start to refer to my country. That's good news. That's good news. Nah. Used minor portions of literary works and musical works or such works of small proportions may be used for composite works, compiling contributions by a large number of authors for use in educational activities, provided that 5 years have elapsed since the year the work was published. Okay. In connection with the text, also works of art and works of descriptive nature, cf. section 1, 2, may be used, provided that 5 years have elapsed since the year when the work was made public. The author shall be entitled to remuneration. If agreement cannot be made on the size of the remuneration, each party is entitled to bring the dispute before the copyright license tribunal. CF. Okay. This CF 47, and then also the weird Minecraft formatting character. I still don't know what the hell this means, like, at all. I think I'll put my computer in a more comfortable place for me. That's only a few seconds. Yeah. The provisions of Section 1 does not apply to works prepared for use in educational activities, or if the use is for commercial purposes. Like, in the start, I was not really getting it all that much. But, now that, I'm starting to actually, understand it, it's way more simple than people think it is. And, people need to get a grip on copyright. It is a system that can be understood if you watch enough YouTube tutorials on it. And also, for the person that's 1 hour stuck into this, this isn't a YouTube tutorial. Go find somewhere else, okay? This is not a fucking tutorial. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, you published songs may freely be used in song booklet introduced solely for the use of participants in particular meaning. However, no more than 300 copies of each booklet may be produced. Distribution of copies. Oh my god, this is like when the movie says the title of the movie, or the book says the title of the book. There's copy. Is that a reference to copy? A reference to copyright? Or a copy of a work? 1901. 19.m- open parentheses 1 close parentheses. Where a copy of a work has been sold or otherwise transferred to others within the European Economic Area. Okay, now I'm, oh my god, it doesn't allow for Control Shift N. Oh god damn it, man. European. Oh wait, shit, I haven't been connected to internet at all. I've been living off the grid for 5 collective days. I am a caveman. Okay, Control N. And then European Economic. Okay, so I'm not the only person in the entire world who searched European Economic Area up, but yeah. Da 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 ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ma 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 ma. EU states, which form in part of EEA, or EFTA states, which form a part of EA. Also, unrelated, I have gained, license to use, Cypher by Kevin MacLeod. So yeah. European, what the fuck did I just, economic area, with consent of the author, the copy may be further distributed in respect to further distribution in the form of lending or rental. The provisions of subsection 1 shall also apply to sale or assignment in any other form to other persons outside the European Economic Area. Notwithstanding the provisions of subsection 1, copies may not be distributed to the general public through rental without the consent of the author. However, this does not apply to works of architecture and applied art. Let's find out what is applied art. It is probably like a sculpting. What is applied arts? Applied arts are artistic designs applied to functional everyday objects to make them aesthetically pleasing. By going for this definition, you may face some issues. Notwithstanding the provisions of subsection 1. Oh no, I almost got the, ask Copilot. Yeah, I'm not etching after this. This is the last time I'm etching in my entire life. From now on, I'm just doing it the normal way, or the Chrome way, or the Firefox way. The Firefoxy. Notwithstanding the provisions for subsection 1, copies may not be distributed in general public through rental without consent of the author, where this is not applied to art for applied arts. Notwithstanding this, the provision of subsection 1, hobbies in cinematographic works and copies of computer programs in digitized form may not be distributed to the public through lending without the consent of the author. However, this does not apply if a work of a computer program is digitized form in digitized form constitutes a part of a literary work and is lent together with it. Okay, so this is a law theory. I think that this means that if I have a computer program, I distribute it, and I want you to distribute it. I don't give you consent first. If you distribute it, with another like literary work, like a book, or like I'm like semi hoping that I'm not spending this information right now. That's okay if you have the permission to use both or something like that. Like I'm not really explaining what I think it is all that great, so I'm like just hoping that it's correct. The provision of subsection 1 shall not carry I just got the random Java update you wanna update Java thing and I closed it down. Yo, what the fuck is Java doing? What the fuck is Java doing, guys? Originals work in the wizard. For the provision of subsection 1 shall not carry to any limitations in the right to receive remuneration, etc. under the Act on Public Lending Right Remuneration. Okay, this is getting like 30 minutes long. So I think that I'll read this next part and then I'll wrap it up. or exhibition of copies, where a work has been published, or if a copy of a work of art has been transferred to other parties by the author, the published or transferred copies may be exhibited in public. I don't know what that means, guys. I'm scared. I'm scared. Um, and yeah, I think that's it. We'll mark this and Control S, then we're gonna close it down, and also open this. Okay, so this is my outro. I'm going to argue that I'll try to connect myself with the local police. And no, this is not to turn myself in. I'm not doing that for free. I'm not doing that for free. Um, I'll contact them and see if I can actually get a real copy of the copyright laws. In collaboration with them. Then, I can, I can actually, like, try to find out, like, the copyright law while having it in physical form. And, like, also keeping it, like, imagine having, like, a book of copyright law on your shelf. Wouldn't that be, like, the coolest thing ever? That's just my opinion, but, like, that would be so fucking cool to, like, have like, a book of copyright law, in physical form. I'll, Google, niche copyright law book. Oh shit. I think I'm going down a rabbit hole now. As always, hamburger.